morning, High Tides, and happy Friday to all. We've been talking about the attendance policy all year long.
Some of us understand it, but some don't. So we thought we should remind you.
Now, we know that not everyone can come to school every single day of the school year. Sometimes we have to take those days off for an emergency or not wanting to get out of bed. But you have to get an excused absence for these kind of situations.
I definitely think that school attendance affects the students and their grades for multiple reasons. Attendance definitely, first of all, sets off good habits. If you're here on time every day and you go to all your classes every day and you perform your activities the way you're supposed to, you start creating good habits that are lifelong, and that's definitely something important. As far as it relates to school, attendance is important because you're learning things in every one of your classes. It's not just taking a piece of paper and doing the assignment at home later. It's the interactions in the classroom that create a good environment, and you really learn so much more when you're in class on time.
If you just keep missing school, all your work piles up. And when you miss 5 days, you and your parents are required to sign a contract. Then you will have to explain to your parents why you have been absent. And let's be honest, no one wants to do that.
It is extremely important for students to be in school. After you have 5 absences, you get an attendance contract. This explains that after the 15th unexcused absence, your parents' driver's license will be revoked and you'll be categorized as truant. After the 10th unexcused absence, in order for your absences to be excused, you need a doctor's note. Trust me, your parents are not going to be happy if the driver's license is revoked. If you're not in school, you can't learn. And you'll miss out on the work firsthand and how they explain it to you. You'll get the information secondhand instead of getting it on the first try. Of course, I cared about attendance, and of course, my parents cared about attendance.
The benefits of coming to school every day is that you know what's happening every day. You know what's happening with your friends, but when it comes down to understanding and knowing what's happening in the school, you need to be present so that you can keep up with your teachers and your classes and last minute instructions and last minute changes, which always happens.
I think the school has policies and procedures in place for school attendance, but I really don't think that we adhere to them the way we really need to, from the administration all the way through the school. It's a culture, okay? Being on time is a culture that all of us have to live by. So I really believe that as an administrator, we're working with the staff to tighten things up and tighten policies and procedures. There should be consequences, both good and bad, depending on whether you come to school or you don't. If you're missing class assignments because you're missing in attendance, then basically we need to be a little bit tougher with the consequences in providing additional time for those students who have missed school to be in school, even if it's later, and learn what it is that they missed. Because the purpose behind being in school, one of the main purposes anyway, is learning and getting ready for what life has to bring beyond high school.
I was raised in the old school manner. We went to school every day, sick, just short of dying. My attendance was very, very important because I liked school. During the time that I went to school, we were also able to go to summer school. I went to summer school every year just because I wanted to continue to learn. So my attendance was very, very important.
Yes, I was I cared a lot about not only my attendance, but my schooling period. I loved going to school. I loved seeing my friends every day and learning everything that I could. Even on like what we would consider National Skip Day, I was in school, you know, unless they finally told us all the seniors have to go, and then I would go. But I really, really loved being in school. I didn't want to miss anything.
Of course I did. My parents would have killed me if they would have gotten a call saying that I was not in school when I was supposed to be in school.
All you need to do is go to the Parents Resource Center in room 131. It opens from 7 a.m. to 7:10 a.m. during all 3 lunchtimes. Don't wait to get your excused absence. You won't be able to get your absence excused if you wait for more than 5 school days. So when you miss a day of school, get your excused absence. Don't wait. It saves you a talk with your parents, and it saves the office from making you sign a contract.
The policy exists for a reason, High Tides. It's not that hard to wear a white shirt.
It's also not that hard to change our habits and try to do the right thing for the environment.
There is currently a plastic epidemic going on globally, especially in our school environment within the cafeteria. There is a solution to this problem that will remain convenient to us while also preserving the environment, such as using zero-waste substitutions. This includes using stainless steel straws rather than plastic single-use straws. Did you know that a straw that is used just once for 10 minutes will be thrown away and will remain on Earth for 500 years? That is your children's children's children. Instead, we should use bamboo utensils rather than single-use plastic forks, drink from stainless steel cups, or reusable water bottles. Here is a zero-waste advocate to explain the reality associated with the dangers of plastic.
My name is Camila Prada, and I am a math and science 4th grade teacher.
Do you think switching to using plant-based utensils in the cafeteria and elsewhere will benefit the environment?
100%. I mean, it's made out of plastic right now, and to make plastic, you need to use oil, which is not a term, but it's part of fossil fuels. So if you were to throw it away, it's compostable, number one, which means that it's going to biodegrade and it's going to become part of Mother Nature again. Whereas plastic takes thousands of years or hundreds of years to just break down. It never even just like decomposes. It doesn't just disappear. It takes forever to break down, and it just goes into smaller and smaller pieces, which are called microplastic. If it becomes that small, it's already so hard for us to even like pick it up. Every single plastic utensil that you have used in your lifetime, it's still on this planet. I feel like the main reason as to why there's so much more plastic than plant-based materials is because of convenience and because of money. I mean, everything is a business. Like these plastic corporations, can you imagine if they found out that other people want to stop using plastic? Like everything is made out of plastic. Like just look around you.
We want to protect our beautiful beaches here in Miami Beach. So remember to do an environmentally correct move every single day.
This week marked 1 month since the Major E. Stoneman Douglas accident. This week, our school united with a national walkout with 17 minutes of silence.
We're standing out here and sitting out here 1 month after the events at Stoneman Douglas High School. Where unfortunately 17 of our peers, students, teachers, coaches, had their lives taken away from them. We're standing out here and sitting out here, just like many other high schools are right at this moment, for 17 minutes to honor their lives. So I ask everyone to please sit quietly and think and offer a moment to those students and teachers and coaches who lost their lives 1 month ago. What happened a month ago, and not forget and not let it happen in vain. It's only through events like this, by reminding everyone that we still remember, that we still care, that we can actually make a change.
High tides, we are the future, and we must change gun laws.
Have a safe weekend, and remember to be kind to our Earth.